Hello, it's Julie Rothall here. I said that I would come on each day at 11 AM this week and talk through some of some colours and some of my artwork. So today I asked in order of which colours people wanted first. So we did turquoise yesterday, and today we're talking pinks and purples. So let me turn this around. I've got 4 pieces of artwork I've pulled out that are kind of pinks and purples. I just thought I would talk through them a little. So let's kick on. Now let's do one at a time, I think. So I pulled this piece out and it is called Beyond Joy. Let me pan back a bit actually. Sorry, I'm here on my knees so I've got it up on my easel. I should have got the measurements and the details of these. I would say it's probably about, I don't know, in size. Oh my goodness. Oh, I don't know, perhaps 80 centimetres, the frame. I was just thinking colour in my mind. I wasn't thinking about the size. I don't remember off the top of my head. Anyway, it's you can sort of see my hand. That will give you an idea of the size anyway. So it's quite a large scale piece. But yes, so this piece is called Beyond Joy. But if I hold this close up, I hope this comes across on the video, on the live. Sometimes it tends to come in and out of focus. But what this piece has are these amazing blends of pinks and purples. I'm just going to go quite slowly so that hopefully you can see them okay. But what this is a particularly beautiful one. So you get these really lovely blends, but within here there are these kind of very small veins of the colour blends as they've mixed together. So this is all painted with hot molten beeswax, which is called Encaustic Wax Painting. And what it tends to do is it really reflects in the sun. It's a really grey, miserable old day in the UK at the moment. We've had a lot of showers, but when the sun comes out, which it isn't right now, but when it brightens up, the painting really zings. This is actually on my website, and there's a picture there of it in the sunshine, and it will, so I say it's looking quite dull today, but the wax almost kind of reflects the light back at you when the sun comes out. So as I say, this piece is called Beyond Joy, and for me this is kind of, let's turn this around again for a sec. It's kind of, if I was to, I'm going to look at the painting while I'm talking to you, but if I was to, for me, that is kind of joy, but within colour form, if you like. It's, I don't know, I just look at it and I feel so joy. It just really makes me happy when I look at it. So that's why the painting is called Beyond Joy. And I tend to, all of my pieces are quite intuitive and I feel into how they're painted, and for me that is what was coming across when I was painting that piece. Hello Sammy, thank you for jumping on, my lovely. So I'm just talking through some paintings. We're doing pinks and purples today. I wish it was a sunnier day because this really would absolutely zing, but let me just show you a little bit on a close-up. But I say do go and look at actually the sun's just, it's getting a little bit bright. I don't know if it comes across on the camera, but it's a little bit brighter there. So anyway, so that's my first one. But as I say, for me, pinks and purples, and they're really joyful. So I've got this smaller piece here that I thought I would bring out as well. So this is a little bit darker than this one. This is much brighter. This is a bit more muted and pastel-y. And you've got like almost kind of verging down to a deep dark midnight blue down here. This is more of a fantasy landscape, pinky purple. So this one feels much more grounded, and kind of, yeah, really grounds me and pulls me down, but not in a bad way, pulling me down. It just calms me, and I find it very soothing. They look like silks. Yeah, it is quite a silky kind of effect really that you get on them. Yeah, they do actually. That's a really good description, Sammy. I haven't thought of them like silk, like the fabric. They really do. Thank you. So yeah, I've got quite a few of these landscapes, and I often do them in a lot of different colours. So yeah, but you get such depth with them. They're all painted on these are all painted on paper actually. It's a particular encaustic paper, but I always find they almost look 3D. They really kind of pull forward and come out at you. So I've got 4, so I'm going to, this is my next one. You can see my skylight reflecting here. Let me stand. So this is another framed piece. This piece is called Burst. You'll also find it on my website. So this is much, it's got a much darker aspect to it in terms of it's got a bit of black, and it's a different coloured purple, but as it blends and you get these whites coming out, the light from that, it's a really, really effective. You can kind of stand back from a distance, and again, oh crikey, what's the size? I would say that's, I don't know, a bit under a metre, maybe 90. Oh, I must start bringing the sizes to these. So anyway, so that was another pinky purpley colour, but a darker one. And then I thought I'd show you this one as well. This is much more, this is back to a bit like this one, much brighter. So as I say, these particular 4 are painted on a paper. Sometimes they're not, they're on a stable support, and I build them up in much deeper layers. But again, these colour blends, they just make me feel so happy. There's a little bit of silver in this one, a little bit of blue, but you can kind of see these kind of blends coming out. So yeah, so anyway, those are my pinks and purple colours. I tend to have 2 main themes. I tend to either be turquoise and blue, or pinks and purples. They're definitely my 2 favourites. I've got others in between, but I've just been painting. I'm not going to show you right now. I've been painting a turquoise piece this morning, and I am absolutely in love with it. It's for the transatlantic fusing project that I'm a part of, and you just get that moment when they just work, and that's basically how all these pieces come about, really. Yeah, they almost fall out on the paper, and that's why I say it's a very intuitive process. I get drawn to a particular colour or a fabric or something, and it's like a step-by-step thing. Anyway, I've got more to share. I'm not going to do everything on one live. I've got an interview that I did on Radio Decorum coming out later tonight. I think it's at 7 o'clock this evening. They still can't do live interviews in the studio, so they're doing a replay of ones that we've listened to before. So that will be on later. If anybody happens to be listening to Radio Decorum, I've got a blog about it. I'll pop out actually.